peace, how you doing? Don't forget to use the force now. So many things I want to talk on, but I'm going to start with, do you think we're all equal? Right now, I mean this genuinely. In society, are we all equal in our life standing? Not in what we achieve, because that's a difference. I think what you achieve is based on what you put in, but I'm talking about, are we all equal? Are you equal to the Queen? Are you equal to the Prime Minister? Are you equal to any number of the members of the House of Lords that got there by birthright? Are we all equal? No. And then you can take that further. Now we can say, okay, so we know we're not equal. How bad is that inequality? Well, I think we're seeing how bad that inequality is, aren't we? It's a war on statues. It's a war on statues. No, it's not. It's not a war on statues. Stop talking about statues. Stop talking about statues. This is not a war on statues, is it? That right there is what you call a media spin. Because what the spin does is take the attention away from the centre point and move it along down the line. This is a war on equality at its deepest level. Now, I mentioned in a video yesterday, before we can get to a point of fighting for equality, we've got to make sure that all of us unequals are on an equal standing. So this is not a war on statues. This is a war for equality. So look at the lives we live. Look at what we're raised in. You know none of us are equal. So yesterday was amazing. Yesterday was amazing. I think it's before I get to that, I'm going to mention COVID. Worldwide, the results are showing that if you are young, healthy, chances of COVID killing you or even making you that ill are so low. It's a flu. They've known about COVID for over 12 years, right? It's a strain of flu. In a sense, that's not strictly correct. It's on that level. That's what it is. It's a totally different system. It comes into your body. Now, this is something I wanted to ask everyone, because a lot of people are scared, understandably. I think if you are not seeking to stay informed yourself, it's very easy in this society to be scared. So I do my own research. Where does this bug get into your body, and how? And then where does it spread? And what are the likelihoods? So these are good questions, and all the answers are out there. Okay? It's not a mystery, that part of it. There's many mysteries surrounding this strangeness, but what the bug is and how it gets in isn't that much of a mystery. The reason why I say I don't believe in COVID is because I don't believe the media spin on COVID, because it's bullshit. I know people that work in hospitals. I've been seeing people posting videos online of hospitals that are shut down, wards that have been shut down, the amount of hospital staff that were at home because there wasn't the work for them. And during COVID, how many cancer patients didn't get the treatment they wanted? How many patients that were in the middle of treatments that they were supposed to be having didn't get it and subsequently have suffered? There's a lot of answers for that, man. We have the ability right here, this thing I'm talking into, right? This magic. It gives us humans the ability to share our experiences in real time. And people all over the world are doing it. So let's look at this. I would like anyone to tell me why books are better than the internet. Because a lot of people want to try and diminish what I say and what a lot of other people say who gain information from the modern day library. The internet, the man-made structure, same as books. Now, the magic from books really comes back from the time of the libraries of Alexander, the libraries of Alexander, right? They believe it was I want to say Egypt way, but there's no definitive answer yet because the Romans destroyed it. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this is because of the romantic association with books we have. And I believe that romantic association with books came from the times of the libraries of Alexander, right? I feel like I'm saying the wrong name. It is the libraries of Alexander. No, I am saying the right name. And the reason why that place was so special was because scholars from all around the world convened in these libraries. They studied, they shared information, they wrote books from all around the globe came to the libraries of Alexander. They had the most extensive history of our planet. And the Romans destroyed it. Yeah, I think it was the Romans. So, books were special, right? They were written as pieces of time. So they had a power to them. And we felt that because there was a connection. Them days are long gone. Okay, the empires that came before us, that we're still under, did a good job of destroying our history and suppressing us. They couldn't destroy it all, and they can't suppress us all. That's life. But if you go and get informed, you see all of this. So anyway, my point is, you can get your information from a book, and you can get your information online. They can both lie to you. There's no guarantees. There's no guarantees you're getting any truth at all. So how can anyone know if anything's true? We can't, but you can know if it feels right. You can gain enough information that with what we've got tangible, you can gain written and artifact. You can have archaeology and written, and when you've got things marrying up, pictures build. And when things don't marry up, looks like there's no picture. So, you can be objective when looking at information. So, basically, the internet's the modern day library, man. Get on it. Because the tell-I vision is telling lies to your vision. Ralph Smart, thank you very much. And that's it, right? It's a systematic tool. It helps promote the system, doesn't it? The news helps promote the system. It helps promote the hierarchy. Okay? All these subtle little things help you not to question the system we live in. Now, people want to get angry about these memorials and stuff, and I have mixed views. So I don't condone outright anything, because I don't think one rule works for all, okay? And no one answer fits any one situation. More often than not, there's a few colliding factors. But I would say this, that our past is built on the glorification of gangsterism. The kings and queens murdered. The politicians signed papers for murder. Society's history has blood on its hands and it's dirty. But do you know what? This is one of the things I felt yesterday at that march, man. It was like everyone there was saying, we see history, we see the present day, and we say, no, we're dealing with this, we're facing it. I'm not saying if you were at home and you didn't come to the march hiding, or you're this or you're that. I am raw with my speech. I'm not going to say something and imply something, I just say it. Right? So I'm just saying what I say. All of us that were there, that was our statement. Amongst many other things, and many people have their own statements, but if you look at the bigger picture, that was the statement, and that's beautiful. So some monuments, when you look objectively, were people who murdered and suppressed and oppressed white people. Sorry. I'm going to start doing this, and it is again inspired by Ralph Smart, because I liked the fact that he really did point out that we are not white and black people are not black. We're pinky beige, they're brown. We're all humans. So we have all got a history of enslavement. Real talk. You know, I'm not going to diminish any other people's experience, because some parts of our humankind have had it very bad. And like I've said in other videos, we need to raise us all up so that we can all push for equality. So that's where I feel on that. And the march yesterday was beautiful. I didn't see any even hint of anything violent. I was not there to the very end. I was more at the back of the march because I didn't want to be deep in the middle of loads of people, and the people who I were with would rather have been at the back as well. So we were cool, like, you know, picking up the back end of the queue. So, but there was no bad vibes there. There was no one shouting anything ridiculous like I've seen on Facebook. There was no one making any ridiculous comments based on what? Defending their own... I don't know why people are saying the things they're saying. I just don't know. What I know is our history's got a whole load of fuckery in it, and surely this is the perfect time to just address it. So that's what I'm doing. I have been doing. I've been trying to do this. You know, this isn't my first run of videos. This isn't my first try. I speak to people personally. This is who I am. So, you know, I bare myself naked in front of you every day. Vulnerable, speaking from my soul. You know, I'm not asking for anything for that, other than a bit of progression. And even still, I'm not really asking for that. I'm showing you what I've done. I've progressed myself. You know, I'm in a place where I can objectively look at these things. And that takes a bit of getting to. So, you know, we're coming up on 15 minutes. You know how it goes. Yesterday was beautiful. Yesterday was so beautiful. There was there was two, like, basically, there'd be clapping, that was like uproar, and everyone would be like cheering. And that was epic. But I tell you what, we did a silence pre the march, right? We were all down Madeira Drive. It was deep, just too many people. The whole of Madeira Drive, just wall to wall, side to side, front to back, was ramajam, right? Ramajam. It was brilliant. Peace and love. The silence was powerful. Even the birds were. Peace.